Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Sweet Talk. I'm Allison.
And I'm Annette.
This week we have some very exciting news. We have some new releases and we'll talk to you about our SewAlong, so it should be really exciting.
Should be.
So, Annette, do you think we should have a look at some of the new releases first?
Yeah, definitely.
We'll save our exciting news for later.
These are exciting news, Allison.
These are too, yes. So this is our Christmas Gnome table runner.
As everybody would know, we're pretty into gnomes at Swpea, aren't we?
Yes.
We love gnomes. I mean, they're so absolutely cute.
Yes. So we've actually made this as a Christmas table runner, but I am thinking you could do a fall one or anything just by changing the trees.
Oh, you could actually.
Do it in different fabrics or whatever.
Well,
gnomes don't necessarily have to be
No.
Christmassy.
Someone in our group actually, she said that her husband requested a gnome but without a tree. So she just left the tree out and just did the gnome.
Yep, you can do that too.
So they've got cute little shoes, they've got mittens.
This is actually a half block at the end. These are full blocks here. And then when you get to the end there where Annette is,
Just a little half block.
this is a half block. So you can do these in any combination you like. And I especially put the half block in case you just want to have some blocks with trees.
That's a good idea.
As well. So you can use that one flipped.
That's
and
right.
then, or you could have more trees in between each gnome or whatever.
I'm sure people will use their imaginations. I'm sure Kathy's already onto it.
Our
gnome
couple
queen.
of Kathy one. Anyway, no, his beard's all embroidered and it just looks amazing.
It's all feathery, isn't it?
Yep, so they're pretty cute.
So much personality.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see what everybody does. So we've got one with his just hands out joyously.
He's throwing stars.
Oh, are you throwing stars? Sorry.
Yes.
This one's holding little lights.
Yep.
And a lantern.
And lantern. This bit of Christmas music playing.
Very cute.
Yes.
Very cute.
So that's our Christmas Gnome table run. That's already released and available on our website, swpea.com.
And if you like all things gnomes, just put gnome into the search bar, GNOME, and all of the designs that we have gnomes in will come up. So that's that one.
I just wonder if anyone noticed on camera how when I went to scratch my nose, I accidentally put my finger up my nostril.
Oh.
Anyway, it's on film now, so it's out there for the rest of my life. Anyway.
So this was released a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know if we've spoken about it. So as you can see, we have set up our set a bit for fall and spring because sometimes, in the
Well,
world.
in two hemispheres of the world, spring at the moment or autumn.
And as you can tell, where we are in Australia, it's spring. So we've got our florals and we're kind of clashing.
That wasn't played very well.
That was a costume mistake.
Yes, we're coming into summer now, so it was 35 degrees Celsius or something.
Yes, it's not going to be as hot today.
No, we have a hot
So we've got
Christmas.
some of our older designs up, and this was a request from quite a lot of customers who said, "Oh, we love your placemat designs, but a square or a rectangle is not going to suit a round table."
Yeah, or an oval table.
So with these curves, you can have them following the curve of the table.
And it's a pumpkin, it has its stem and some of the vine, and then they're the pumpkin
It's a
petals.
bit
So
hard
you
to
could
see
make
with
it
that
look,
fabric behind
well, yeah,
it.
you could make it look more like a pumpkin, or just do it as we have.
Or less like a pumpkin, but you could even do like no fall colours if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Yep. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so if you can imagine if you had like a set of 6 of them around a table, that'd be beautiful.
So speaking of round tables,
Yes.
we also have this wreath up here, 4 leaves.
Yeah, so it could be a wreath or it could be a table centre.
I think, a table centre would be beautiful with a pot in it. So, but what I wanted to show you was that it comes in 2 versions. The one that we have on the wall there is actually we've used felt for the leaves. So they don't have to be edged or anything.
because when you cut felt,
doesn't fray.
it doesn't fray.
But this block that I have here that James can zoom in on is the other file that we include, and this is where you can make the leaves with the satin stitch.
So
And they're beautiful. We've used the satin stitch, dissolved the soluble stabilizer, and then this quilting is what actually sticks them on. So
It's a bit of a 3D feel,
they have a
doesn't
beautiful 3D feel. So that's just something I wanted to mention. I don't think we mentioned that last time.
And again, we've made ours in like an autumny colour.
Yes.
Autumnal colours, as the word is, autumnal, Allison.
Actually, you're right.
But you could make it in spring. Can you imagine those beautiful
and then
bright
have
green leaves?
bars of flowers.
Yeah.
Now I have to make that too.
So, yeah, so our designs are very versatile. So, you know, because we've got customers all around the world, we have to have autumn, we have to have spring, all going at the same time.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why you couldn't make that spring.
No, that's true.
Beautiful.
Good thinking, 99.
Oh, I'm a thinker. Now, this one's a sneak peek.
Oh, sneak
but
peek,
you can do that because it's still
I'll just
an
be
autumn.
really quickly passing it across here.
So I think we had another one up, but no,
A
we
sneak
don't.
peek?
No. I was just thinking the matching sort of like a turkey, but
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a turkey. But
that is a turkey. Yeah. So this is another one.
Surrounded by
This
turkeys.
isn't released yet, but it'll be released very soon.
And it says, be thankful.
So Silvana, our digitizer, does. I'm sure she was involved in this one because she loves calligraphy,
Fonts,
doesn't she? And fonts.
Yeah.
So she designs all these fonts. So usually a font that Silvana would do isn't just a stock standard font. She's actually designed it
And that's why they look so beautiful.
Yeah, she does calligraphy. So that's. We don't want emails saying where's that design because it's not released yet.
No.
But it's coming and it'll be on the website very soon. So that's a fall one. There's this fall.
This one here.
This is our candle mat. And again, this is done in autumnal colours for autumn. But can you imagine that in
You could do
pinks
that
or blues or greens
spring
or
as
like
well.
spring?
And our bird. Everyone keeps asking what the bird is, but it's not really any particular bird. If you did it all in black, I guess it would be a crow. Could be a magpie.
But you could do
now,
it. You could
or
do it
you
like
do
a
it
red
in
robin.
blue and red,
Yeah.
or whatever colours you
Yeah.
like. And it just has incredible embroidery all around it.
So I mean, it does have sort of like autumnal leaves on it. But
Yeah.
if you did that in pretty spring colours, no one's going to be any wiser.
No, it's gorgeous.
And all of that beautiful stitching there, the embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lovely little candle mat. That was another request we had.
Mm.
So we do, when we get your requests, we do listen. We've got them on our list, which is getting really long.
This would be lovely in your bedroom too if you have a little jewellery bowl
Yeah,
or
it'd be
something
beautiful.
on your Duchess. You could sit it on that.
It doesn't have to be. This is a pretend candle, so we're not going to burn down the set. So we'll put that up there. Okay, so now moving from fall, in the Northern Hemisphere particularly, they celebrate Halloween. We do a bit in Australia, but probably not as much.
Yeah, I think we did show this in our last
Yeah,
video.
so this is our arachnid design. Arachnid being spiders, so each block has got different spider and the web.
This one has a little bug caught in its web down the bottom.
So you could make that as a flag or anything, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And of course, Halloween colours are sort of purple and greens and oranges. So, but again, you can just use whatever you like, really. So that's one. We did a big Halloween special the other day, but I just wanted to talk about that because this is a new one. And then we have to talk about this one because this one is really going off.
It has. It's
That's
controversial. People
Controversial. It is
either love it
controversial.
or hate it,
It is
apparently.
controversial,
So,
but
if you don't like it, you don't need to tell us.
it's for every taste.
Yes.
So
I can understand that, but
Yeah.
lots of people are into these sort of characters. I don't think.
and people appreciate the artistic.
Yeah, it's
that goes
absolutely
into-
amazing.
These are just fantasy creatures. They're not demons or like they're just fantasy. As if you watched Game of Thrones or the Twilight series. It's just fantasy.
This was done by Emma, and I don't need me to tell you she's an amazing artist because you can.
So
see
Allison, I've booked our Christmas party.
Oh, have
So
you?
our staff Christmas party, we're going to a theatre restaurant down on the Gold Coast, and it's called Dracula's.
Yes.
So I was thinking we're going to all we could all like put these on T-shirts or jackets or something. Couldn't you
That's
imagine
a
if we
great
all walked in?
Yeah.
So we'll have to get busy because it's only a few weeks away.
That sounds fun.
Okay, so that's pretty much those designs we wanted to talk about. Oh, this
one.
So this was released the other week, and we've spoken about this at length too, but I think it warrants another mention because it is so beautiful.
You
And
did a whole video.
Yeah,
on it,
I
didn't
talked
you,
to
with
Emma about her inspiration
If
behind
anyone
it.
missed that,
We haven't seen too many being posted in the group yet, but I'm guessing it takes a while for people to make all these blocks. So, I mean, you can, if you're making this, you can actually be posting progress shots. You don't have to wait till you finish the quilt. We'd love to see your versions of it.
and it's a beautiful, clever quilt because they're all square blocks.
Yep.
But when you join a couple together,
They make a bigger image.
so that's another two together.
And like, there's a lot of work when the designers work out these blocks that join, because they make sure that they don't have like a satin stitch or some sort of stitching joining, so it's easier for you to stitch together. And then this is the bonus block. It's a little puppy dog with a bandana. So we did that because it's got cats. Yeah. So if you're not into cats, that's not your thing, you can substitute the free doggy file that comes with these designs as well. But again, this is done in all the autumnal colours. I can imagine it done. Some of these blocks done really bright. You know, you could take the sunflowers out, you could do the houses, maybe you keep your pumpkins that colour, but the birds, they can be all bright. It doesn't have to be a...
I'm sure everyone will do lots of different things, because you could even have it just a table runner, like with cars and using the borders on both sides. And
it's going to be so much fun to see. I can't wait to see people's interpretations. Might even see some with gnomes, you wouldn't know. Hint, hint.
So, I wonder if anyone's seen our exciting news, if anyone's noticed that.
Are we going to talk about that now?
Well, we don't have to, but I'm just wondering if anyone has seen it.
Allison, well, you know, every time we have a set, people are zooming in, particularly Jenny Pecora. She likes to zoom in. She's the first one to comment usually.
Yes.
I've seen a sneak peek. I don't know whether you meant to do it.
Well, maybe we won't talk about it then.
No. Well, we will be having a video on the
We will actually
surprising news.
All right.
Okay, so we'll move on. So this week we had the second one of our blocks in our block of the week, the Mystery Christmas Quilt, which is based on the 12 Days of Christmas. So we've started it early so that one block will be released every week for 12 weeks, and you'll have enough time to have it finished. The last block's on December the 15th. So the first block was released last week.
It's a partridge in a pear tree.
Yep. And then this week's one that's just been released is the 2 turtle doves. And it's been digitised that you can leave those numbers off. So the number in the corner isn't impeding on any of the other embroidery or anything. So if you didn't want to have the numbers, you could just use it for something else. So
very pretty.
Yes. So for the week that the block is released, you get that
a discount.
I can't remember the discount.
30%, I think.
We'll put that on the thing. But for the week that it's released, so this one is going to be cheaper than this one. So if you haven't started yet and you go back to buy this one, block 1 is going to be full price. The week that the current block's been released, that you get the discount on it. So this one's automatically discounted.
And the discount lasts for a whole week until the next one's released.
Yeah, and then this one will be full price, and then those two will be full price, and then number 3 will have a discount.
Anyway, they're beautiful.
They are beautiful. Okay, so moving on, we're on to our SewAlong news. So this SewAlong's been going for 2 weeks now, a week and a half. So this is our Poinsettia Block and Quilt design, and we've seen lots of different blocks being made.
That's the part I love when everyone's
interpretation.
Because I absolutely love this, but then I've seen others that have been completely different. As well.
I often think when I start seeing customers' photos, what do we think of that colour combination?
Yeah, but this is beautiful.
So it's really good. Even if you're not wanting to participate in the SewAlong, you can still join the group, and then you can just get inspiration for...
And you can still buy the design as a discount by using the discount code that we post in that Facebook group. So just join the group and get the code, and then you can you don't have to do it within our time period. That's just for the competition.
Yeah. So that's the Poinsettia one. So that's already running. And yesterday our Kiss SewAlong started, and it is our Christmas bauble. Now, I'll hold it up the right way because I didn't the last time I held it up. So our Kiss SewAlong is keeping it simple SewAlong. And the SewAlong is just these 4 blocks. They're each a slightly different interpretation of a bauble. And for to be judged in the competition, you make the 4 blocks the way just like this, and you have to assemble them as a placemat. You can leave off the border if you want and just make it like a mug rug without borders. You're welcome to do that for the SewAlong. So Cassie made that in traditional ones, and I've been home stitching my version because I like pink and green and all things bright. So this is my version. So
That's beautiful.
Cassie's used fabrics. Cassie's used fabrics in hers. I've used a combination of fabric and our PU faux leather. So I didn't post any photos till after, or videos till after I sewed it, because I wanted to make sure it was going to work, because it's basically got your stabiliser hoop, you've got your batting, you've got your background fabric, then I've got one layer of PU, another layer of PU. I just had to slow my machine down and it sewed beautifully. I had no trouble, no broken threads.
You've used Incredi thread, I can tell, because of the
sheen. Yes, so this is my favourite faux PU faux leather.
Yeah.
It's called rose gold.
I think it's actually our biggest selling as well.
Yeah. And then we've got like a lavender one. Then this is another one. And this is
might be lilac. But
lilac, yeah. And this one is the glitter one.
Silver.
It doesn't, because sometimes you see them in shops and you rub it. And
it's so soft. We're actually going to be ordering some more PU and probably in some different colours.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to get this type of one in some more colours.
Yeah, oh, definitely. So so this is a lolly pink. It's called PU, and this colour is called.
Well, it's either antique grain or the other one. I think it's the other one, because I think this pinkish one up here is antique grain.
I should have it written down, but
Reptile,
yes, because you can see that it looks like a reptile skin. So I've actually, I'm posting photos of these in the SewAlong group, and I've actually got the links to the actual products that I use. So
that's a good idea.
If you want to make them exactly the same or try a different combination, but with those fabrics, I've got the links to those colours there, but there's a lot more in the PU. So that's those. So this SewAlong's just started. So this is the Kiss SewAlong. So we've got two separate SewAlongs.
And the normal SewAlong.
This SewAlong, then this October SewAlong, and then we've got the block of the week, this one. So we've got them all in different Facebook groups. So we'll put the links up so that you can join whatever group. You can join as many as you
We
like.
also have the duffel bag going too.
Oh, the duffel bag. Do you want to bring that out and show everybody?
Break anything.
There's actually a section now Holly's made on the website, Allison, called What's On at Swpea.
Very good.
And she's actually got all the different SewAlongs that are running. She's got a little picture of them to remind you what they are. And if you click that picture, it'll take you straight to the group so you can sign up.
Yep. So anyway, if you go to that group, you'll see our video on how to do it and also a bit about it. So that's.
I think a lot of people are surprising themselves with the duffel bag.
Yeah.
Because
they're surprising me, because I thought a lot of people would be a little bit scared.
Yeah. Well, it looks a bit overwhelming, doesn't it? Because it's huge. But as long as you follow, like with a recipe, as long as you follow the instructions step by step.
Martin's done a wonderful step-by-step video, so you can, it's the best way to learn how to make a duffel tote. So.
It is.
Anyway, so that's running at the moment too. So
I don't think there is, do you want to talk about, just quickly, just say what it is?
Okay.
We'll do a separate video because...
They knew all along we were going to tell them.
Well, we're going to do a video with you and Martin, and Martin's the expert when it comes to
There's a lot to tell you about our new stabilisers and everything, so we want to do one where we'll give you all the details of why ours is better and that sort of thing. So
we had a big truck arrive this morning in Brisbane, Australia, with all the stock. It won't be available to be bought online yet, and America's still waiting for their stock.
Yeah, but we will be releasing it very soon in Australia. We can release it before we do in the US because we have it. So this one, that's light as a feather, and that's a version I think a lot of people would know as something like soft mesh. It's what we're using when we're making quilts as our stabiliser. So it's only light and it doesn't make your quilt all heavy.
And just to This is not the big video release of the product, but we thought, in fairness, if you're running low of something, instead of going and buying your great big rolls and stuff, if you know that it's coming, you might want to hold out because you'll want to hold out.
Yes. This is our easy to tear, so it's a tear away and it's easy to tear, so that's why we've called it that. This is a mid-weight stabiliser, so that would be what we would usually use as a cutaway in just about everything that we make for purses or table runners or anything.
The essential cutaway.
So anything that we're not using the soft mesh for. This is our water soluble.
So they're quite big rolls, aren't they?
Yeah, and probably should have said they're all 50 centimetres by 9 metres. or 19.5 inches by 10 yards. Our water soluble just instantly dissolves. So that's why it's impressive.
Quicker than the ones that we've ever used.
We have the theory here that if we're going to sell something, we want it to be better than what's already on the market. There's no point just copying other people and selling the same product. So our products are all a little bit different, and we think they're better. And
well, with the amount of sewing we do, we're basically testing every single product we bring into the workshop.
So we know what we want.
We know what we don't like, and we know what we like.
Yes. So this one is perfect for bags. We call that Essential Tex.
And it's a bag stiffener. It's up there.
It's a bag stiffener, so it's a cutaway that you can use in bags to give them a good form and that they'll stand well. And then our absolutely beautiful batting. I cannot tell you.
And it comes pre-packaged like this, so you can't buy it in different lengths. It comes in.
That's right. So Martin will tell you more about it, but it's basically made of viscose, which is much more environmentally friendly, and it's so soft it feels like silk. I won't open it now.
No, you're going to talk about it. But this is mainly to let you know that it's coming, so that if you're running low of whatever, you know that you can get it from us.
Yep. So we'll talk about that.
Yep.
And explain how beautiful it is, and actually show you too. Yep. So I think that's all our news.
Yes, we've spoken more than what we were going to speak about.
We did.
So.
Yes.
That's not unusual.
No, it's not.
To rant and rave. But anyway, thank you for joining us this week. We hope you've had hope you have a good week.
Lots of sewing.
Yes, join the SewAlongs if you haven't already, because they're a heap of fun. You get the discounts on the SewAlong designs, 30% off, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye everyone.
Bye.